things that people didn't say.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're also interested about what people do say too. But it's like, why didn't someone say that?
Okay.
Or so, can you think of something that you want to say to someone, or that you wish you had said to someone in the past, in the future?
Okay, I guess I haven't, like, okay, y'all are about to get, like, my whole background. So my parents are divorced.
Okay.
And my dad moved to Alabama, and it was like he got remarried, and it was like I was a second thought. And so I guess what I've never said, what I kind of always wanted to say was, like, how much that really hurt me and how, like, I've grown up with a lot of issues because he did that to me.
Did you? Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Did you? So what would you have said to him, or is that something that you would say now? Would you bring that up? Bring that up with him?
No, I think that it's better left. I mean, like, nothing's really better left unsaid.
Yeah.
But I've kind of come to peace with it, and so it doesn't bother me as much. But I think what I would have said was, hey, you live your life and you do all of these things. You don't have any regard for, like, yourself or the people around you, and you're very selfish. And, like, that really affected me negatively whenever I was growing up. And
Yeah.
it was a very hard thing it's a very hard thing to grow up without a dad. And I think as I've gotten older, he started to realize how hard it was for me to not have a dad. So I don't want to drudge it up and make him feel worse. But I think I would have said something like that.
Yeah. So now do you have a good relationship with your dad?
Yeah, whenever I was a kid, I was a daddy's girl, like nobody's business. And it wasn't until I got older that I started noticing and realizing how much I had to work to make the relationship exist.
Totally.
And so it's not that, like, we've ever had a bad relationship,
Yeah.
but it hasn't been what it should have been. Like, he wasn't the dad like he should have been to me.
Yeah.
And we still talk, we hang out, I'm going to see him for Christmas, so.
I feel that same way, like, about, I think parents and kids, like, there comes a point where, like, we almost have to become the parents.
Yeah.
In a way, you know?
Yeah, my mom's always like, sometimes, because I've had the same issues with my sister, she's like, you're just going to have to be the adult in this. I'm like, but they're like 50, and I'm 18. There's a big difference there. I shouldn't have to be the adult.
There's some, like, crazy bugs around here, but they'll be fine.
It happens.
They're not going to get you. How's the tea?
Very good, actually.
Isn't it?
I enjoy it.
It's so good.
I really like hot tea, and that's kind of, my roommate thinks it's so weird, but I like burning hot tea.
Oh, good.
So this is like A1.
Hey, Brian, can you wait, like, a second? It's my friend. Yeah, so, like, is there a way, because I think it's easy for us to say, like, go for it. I think it's easy for us to say, like, I wish I would have said something. So, like, if you had, do you know what, like, the phrase would have been?
Like my phrase?
Yeah. Like, the phrase would have been, like, give me more attention, or,
Okay. I gotcha. It would be you're selfish, like you're selfish. That's it.
you're selfish.
Yeah.
So what would have happened?
Honestly, I don't know.
It's a scary place to be.
He's not an angry kind of person. And he's not mean. And he's never, like, he was never the one to spank me when I was a kid. It was always my mom. And so, I'm also his only child, so he loves me. But, I think he might have cried, actually. He's very emotional.
He would have cried.
Yeah. And I don't know. Growing up, he was a very, like, tried to fix things with things, like, buy me a phone, buy me this. So I feel like it would have been one of those, like, do you want $500? Here you go. I mean, okay, I'll buy books.
He would have been like, okay, cool, but yeah, it's hard. So now, like, you guys have a good relationship, and
Yeah.
you talk and stuff. Yeah.
We don't talk. It's still one of those things. Even whenever I was a kid, I would have to call him. I called him first. I called him on my birthday. It was one of those things, and it's still like that.
Yeah.
If we're gonna talk, I'm gonna have to call him.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I don't want to rush you with the tea, but I also don't want to take up too much of your time either. So,
I just finished my last class, so I'm like
You're just chilling out.
Yeah, I was gonna go get Chick-fil-A,
Ooh.
but I mean, like what I want is probably not gonna be there because the wraps go super fast.
Oh. I'm not a Chick-fil-A guy myself. I don't know. I didn't grow up in Texas, so I don't
Yeah,
get it.
I mean, it's not the best. It's definitely like there is better chicken out there in the world, but
It's just like home.
I really like the fries.
Oh.
Because sometimes, you know, there are waffle fries, but sometimes like the back end of it,
It's
it's like
the skin.
yeah, and that's my favorite. Oh my goodness, nobody else likes them either, and so I'm always like, you guys wanna give them to me? Cause I'll take them. I live for those.
The tea is, it's like cinnamon chai, so it's really good.
So y'all are communication majors?
We're taking it through an honors class.
Oh, okay.
It's called Re-Humanizing Communication. So we're looking at how technology influences communication with people, and so like most of our projects and what we're studying is how person-to-person interaction happens.
Yeah.
So we think a lot gets unsaid with technology, and so that's why we said this project of
Yeah.
what do you wish you had said, or if there's ways to circumvent. So here's another question: with your dad, with the telephone and him being in Alabama, how did technology prevent you from not having that conversation? If he was here or closer, maybe you would have had some way to say that to him.
For sure. I definitely think that being on the phone, it was always like, there were always distractions. There was always something that I was doing or he was doing, and it was like you never had that sit down time where you just got to talk to them. And you never get to, so many things happen that's like over the phone. I have this blanket. Sorry, I got so distracted. I literally have this, like this one.
This white one?
Yeah, it's on my bed right now. Anyways, sorry.
It's fun.
But it definitely prevented, because you want to see somebody's face whenever you're talking about something like that.
Yeah.
Especially. And so it was one of those, like, you can't just get on the phone and be like, hey, Dad, you're a shitty person, bye. You know?
Yeah. I feel that.
I'm sorry if you have to edit that out.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to edit anything. Yeah, I feel like that distance prevents us. We think that technology is connecting us because we can stay in touch, but really, actually, there's so many ways to circumvent that.
I definitely think it
lose it.
prevents things. I was a mass comm major for PR, and I was going to focus on social media, and then I was like, this isn't what I want to do with my life at all. Not even close. Or it's horrible.
Too much technology?
Yeah,
What?
just too much like fixing people's problems and never being honest. Never being honest with the public, never being honest with your company. It's like very much, and you rely so much on social media to make you look good, but some people aren't good. You can't make them look good if they're horrible. And so it was like, I didn't want to be in that business. So now I'm a sociology major. But I definitely think that social media is like taking away, or even just texting. And there were like goals because somebody called them baby on a text message, and I'm like, do you have any, like, stop, please?
Oh no.
No. Like my best friend, her boyfriend of a year and a half broke up with her over a text message when she was like 10 hours away. And to like see that,
the distance.
yeah, and to see that is horrible. And to know that like it almost makes you feel like you're less valuable to that person because they couldn't even take the time out of their day to FaceTime you, or they just saw you the day before and they couldn't say it to you then. They had to text it to you.
Yeah.
So I think that technology has actually really set us back as far as being very connected to other people.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you for your time. I have to interview
You're
my friend
welcome.
here.
What do you want me to do with this?
I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll take it.
I really
Thank
like
you
that
for-
bag.